Hello everyone, it's your girl Jumai Crochet. Today we'll be learning how to do this mesh cap. This mesh cap, if I say it fits every outfit, especially for the male. This is the wrong side. You can see the inside of the cap. You can see how it looks. Very neat and soft. The way you are seeing it, you can see. This cap, I'll be using Yeye regular 1 ball, 4.5 hook, meter hook, my thread cutter, my stitch marker, and my darning needle. Also, I'll be using my tape rule. So to start, I'll be taking my yarn from the middle of my thread and outside. So I'll form my magic ring. This is how I do my magic ring. Then you bring out the yarn, then you do a knot. Then you do a knot to start your work. So for this, I'll be doing 12 double crochet inside the magic ring. Also, the first two chains start as a stitch, start as double crochet. So inside this ring, I'll be doing 12 double crochet. So do your double crochet. You know that you are going to yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, pull out the yarn over again, pull out 2 loop, and pull out the remaining 2 loop. So we have our second double crochet. Let me repeat again: yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic ring, pull out the loop, yarn over again. You're having 3, yarn over again, pull out 2 loop, yarn over, pull out the remaining 2 loop. You can see we're having 3 double crochet. You can see. So I'm going to add one more double crochet before we get to the end of this row. So we add one more double crochet because I want you to see how it's done. So we are going to meet when I get to the end of the row. You can see we are having 4 double crochet, so meet when we get to the end of the row. So this is the end of the row. We are going to pull the yarn, the extra yarn you have in the beginning of your magic ring. You are going to pull it to tighten it. Then you are going to slip stitch in the second chain you had in the beginning of your row. The second chain, the 2 chain you had, the second one before you did the first double crochet. So you are going to do a slip stitch. On top of it, you are going to do a slip stitch. Then your 12 double crochet, you have your 12 double crochet. Make sure you count correctly and remember that the first 2 chains stand as a double crochet. So you can see. So to begin the second row, so we are going to chain 2 inside the where you did your 2 chain. You are going to insert 2 double crochet. So the 2 double crochet where you did your 2 chain, you're going to do 2 double crochet in that space where you did your first 2 chain. Remember the the 2 chain you did does not stand as a double crochet. Let me zoom it for you to see. So into that space you're doing 2 double crochet. You're doing 2 double crochet inside that space. 2 double crochet. The first 2 chain does not count as a stitch, does not count as double crochet. So you're going to do 2 double crochet for this row. This is the second row. You're going to do 2 double crochet in each space. You're going to do 2 double crochet in each space. So for this second row, you should be having 24 double crochet at the end of this row. So you are going to do 2 double crochet each in this row. Make sure you are doing it correctly. make sure you are not skipping any space, because you can be confused at times. So make sure you are concentrating on it so you won't make a mistake. So you'll be having 2 double crochet each in one space. You're having 2 double crochet each in one space till you get to the end of the row. So we're going to meet when I get to the end of this row. This is the end of the row. So I'm going to do a slip stitch on top of the 2 chain I did in the beginning of this row. For the 3rd row, I'm going to chain 2, which does not count as a double crochet. Remember that the chain 2 does not count as a double crochet. So to begin, you are going to do 2 double crochet in that space, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in that space, 1 double crochet, till you get to the end of this row. 2 double crochet and where you did your 2 chain, that space where you did your 2 chain, you are going to do 2 double crochet there. And see, 1 double crochet, then you do another 1 double crochet in that same space. So for the next space, you're going to do 1 double crochet. Make sure you are not skipping any space. For the next space, you are going to do 1 double crochet, making 3. For the next one, you are going to do 2 double crochet. One. Let's do the second one. Then do the second one. That's 2. So for me, what I do to make it easy for me is that I count 2 double crochet, then the next will be 1 double crochet, making 3 for 3rd row. You continue doing that till you get to the end of this row. 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, making 3. You meet when you get to the end of this row. So this is the end of the row. You're going to do a slip stitch on top of the 2 double crochet we did in the beginning of the 3rd row. So that's why I said the first stitching doesn't count as a stitch, because you are going to do slip stitching on top of it. So we are done with the 3rd row. So your 3rd row should be looking like this. You can see your 3rd row should be looking like this. If it's not looking like this, then you make a mistake. For the 4th row, we are going to chain 2, which does not count as a stitch, and we are going to do 2 double crochet in that same space. Remember, the logic you can use so you won't be confused is for you to do 2 double crochet, count from the beginning of 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next 2 space, making sure you count 4, like 2 double crochet, which is 2, 1 double crochet each in the next 2 space, which is 4. That's 4. When you count 4, you know that the next space will be 2 double crochet, which is 2, the next 2 space, which is 3, 4. Then when you count 4, you know that the next space will be 2 double crochet. That's the logic you can use so you won't be confused when you are doing your double crochet, when you are doing the increase. So that's how I do mine, for me not to be confused. That's the logic I use. You can use it for yours also. So you continue doing that, 2 double crochet in one space, 1 double crochet in the next 2 space, making 4. So the logic is 2 double crochet in one space, 1 double crochet in the next 2 space. You continue doing that till you get to the end of the row. You can see I count 2, 3, 4. Then I know that the next space will be 2 double crochet, then the next 2 space will be 1 double crochet each in the next 2 space. We continue doing that till you get to the end of the row. That the logic is very simple. So meet when we get to the end of this row, the end of my 4th row. So you should be having 2 space at the end of your 4th row, which is 2 double crochet in the space and 1 double crochet each in the next 2 spaces. So you should be having 2 space at the end of your 4th row. You know, in the end of the 3rd row, you're having 1 space at the end. So you should make sure you have that in mind. If you are not having 2 space at the end of your 4th row, then you made a mistake. So you have to recount it to make sure you are not making any mistake. Maybe you don't lose any space when you are doing your double crochet. So we'll be doing 1 double crochet in each space of this row, and we are going to do a slip stitch in the beginning. In the 2 chain we did in the beginning of the row, we are going to do a slip stitch there in the beginning of the row. And so you are going to do a slip stitch in the beginning of the row. That's the 2 chain we did. I'm going to zoom in for you to see the 2 chain where you are going to do your slip stitch on top of the 2 chain we did in the beginning of the row. That's where you are going to do your slip stitch to end your row. That's what you are going to do to end your row. So your 4th row should be looking like this. Your 4th row should be looking like this. You can see the logic is simple. For the 5th row, you are going to start with 2 chain, which does not count as a stitch. Then in that same space, you are going to do 2 double crochet in that same space for the 5th row. 2 double crochet in that same space where you did your 2 chain, and 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space. That's what you are going to do for the 5th row. 2 double crochet in the same space where you did your 2 chain, and 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space, which is 2 double crochet, which count as 2, and 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space, which is 3, with the 2 double crochet you did first, which is 5. You should be having 5. Then you know that the next one will be 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space, that's 5. 2 double crochet in the next in 1 space, 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space. You continue doing that till you get to the end of the 5th row. The logic is very simple. If your mind is there, you are going to get it and you won't be confused. You can say the logic is simple. 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next 3 space, 2 double crochet in 1 space, 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space. That's what we are doing for the 5th row. So we are going to meet when I get to the end of this row. So I'm at the end of the row. Remember I said for the 5th row you'll be ending with 3 space. So I'm ending mine with 3 space left before I end the row for the 5th row. You can say 1, 2, 3. That's 3 space to end my 5th row. Then I'm going to do a slip stitch, sorry. I'm going to do a slip stitch to close my row on top of the 2 chain I did in the beginning of this row. I'm going to do a slip stitch there. Remember, you are doing slip stitch on top of the 2 chain you did in the beginning of your row. Don't make any mistake to do it at the second one. On top of the 2 chain you did in the beginning of your row, that's where you are doing it. So for the 5th row, you should be having this. If you are going for smaller size, you can stop here. But if you are going for a bigger size, maybe adult small or adult large. If you are going for adult small, you add 1 more row to it. For the 6th row, you are going to do 2 chain, 2 double crochet in the same space where you do your 2 chain, and 1 double crochet each in the next 4 space. That's what you are going to do for the 6th row to the end of the row. So this is the end of the 6th row. I'm going to take my tape rule to do the measurement for you to see the measurement. I'm having 6 inches for the 6th row. I'm having 6 inches for it. So you make sure you are doing your measurement for you to know that you get the size measurement you want for your cap. So this is the measurement for the 6th row. I'm going to add one more row to get to my size, the measurement I want to do, because I'm doing 6.5 inches, so I'll be adding one more row, making 7 row for heat. So for the 7th row, you are doing 2 chain, 2 double crochet in that same space where you do your 2 chain, 1 double crochet each in the next 5 space. That's what you are going to be doing for the 7th row, because I'm doing adult large for this tutorial. That's the size I'm doing for this tutorial. So if you are going for some smaller size, you are going to do your measurements for you to get to the size you are doing. If it's for baby, if it's for teenagers, so on like that. So you are going to make sure you are taking your measurements as you are doing your work. This is row 7 and I'm having 6.5 inches for my row 7 fencing. So I'll be starting my first row of granny stitch. So to start the first row, I will chain 2, which count as a stitch. This chain 2 count as a stitch. Then I'm going to do 2 more double crochet in the next 2 space. So doing 2 more double crochet, skip 1 space, 1 double crochet in the next 3 space. So this is the second double crochet. The third double crochet, I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 space, then 1 double crochet in the next space. After skipping 1 space, you are going to do 1 double crochet, then another 1 double crochet each in the next 2 space. Then you know that after having 3 double crochet, you chain 1. After having 3 double crochet, you chain 1. You skip 1 space after your 3 double crochet. Skip 1 space, then insert 1 double crochet each in the next 3 space. You continue doing that till you get to the end of the row. 3 double crochet in the next 3 space, chain 1, skip 1 space, 3 double crochet in the next 3 space, you chain 1, skip 1 space to get to the end of the row. So this is the end of my row. You slip stitch in the beginning of your row where you did your 2 chain, then you are going to slip stitch to get to the next space to start your granny stitch. Then you chain 2, you are going to add another 2 double crochet in that same space. You are going to add another double crochet in that same space. Then you chain 1, you chain 1 after doing 3 double crochet, chain 1, do another 3 double crochet in the next space. 1, 2, 3. After having 3 double crochet in that space, you chain 1, going to do 3 double crochet in the next space. You continue doing that, 3 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, to get to the end of the row. You continue doing that. For me, I'll be doing 7 row for mine. You can do 6 row, you can do 5 row, depending on the length of your cap. You can do any row of your choice, but for me, I'll be doing 7 rows for mine, because that's the length of the cap I'm doing for the person I'm making this for. That's the length of the cap. So you can do any length. You can decide to use 5 row, 6 row, or 4 row, but the maximum is 7 row and the minimum is 5 or 6 row, but for me I'm using 7 row. So this is the end of my 7 of granny stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we are going to start our single crochet for the edge of the cap. Chain 1, do you're going to do your single crochet in the next space, single crochet, then you put your stitch marker in the beginning of your single crochet. Then in that chain 1 space you are going to do single crochet. In that chain 1 space you're going to do a single crochet, then you continue doing that till you get to the end of the row. You continue single crochet round till you have 3 row of single crochet. I'm going to tell you what you are going to do when you get to the last row of your single crochet. For me, I'll be doing 4 row, but I will tell you what to be doing at the last row. For you, you might be doing 2 row for your edges, or 3 rows, 5 rows, depending on the length, but the minimum is 2 3 rows or 4 rows. That's the maximum. The minimum is 2 rows. So this is the end of my 3 row single crochet. So I'm going to do my last row. I'll be using this elastic thread. Is optional, but for me I use that so the cap can fit well on the person. You can try not to use this elastic thread, but for me I'm using it. I do use it for my cap. So you'll be using this elastic thread. You're going to fold it into 2 to add to the last row of your single crochet for your edges. So you're going to fold it to your desired length, then you're going to do a knot. Going to tighten it, make sure the knot is tight, so it won't lose. You need to make sure the knot is tight. Then you're going to cut the excess thread. Make sure the knot is tight. Be very sure the knot is tight. Try to pull it so when you are working on it, it won't cut off. So after making sure the knot is tight, you cut off the excess thread. Then cut off the excess thread. Then you take it to the cap you are making to finish it up. So you are going to put the elastic thread like this at the back of your work, the wrong side. Then you are going to do a single crochet. Remember, at the beginning of your single crochet you are going to chain 1. So to begin the single crochet, on top of your hook, you make sure your elastic thread is on top of your hook. Then you do your single crochet so it won't show in both sides, both in the right side and in the wrong side. Then you make sure you put your stitch marker in the beginning of your work so you won't be confused when you get there. So you are going to do a single crochet round your work, single crochet around the elastic thread. You are going to do a single crochet around the elastic thread, and make sure the elastic thread is not showing. Make sure your work is net. So you are going to continue doing the single crochet till you get to the end of the row. You can see the wrong side. You can see that the thread is not showing the wrong side. This is the end of my row. Then you're going to slip stitch in the beginning of your row where you put your stitch marker. You're going to slip stitch, then you chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So you can see we are done with our cap. Then you just do this to make your work neat. Try to hide the excess thread. Then I use my darning needle to keep the yarn to make the work neat. I use the darning needle and so the work can be neat and good. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep the excess yarn at the end of my work, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing for the beginning where I did my magic ring. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hide the excess yarn there, so I'm going to do that around the circle. Then I'll cut off my yarn after doing that. Then our cap is ready. For the excess wool, I call it wool. To make your work neat, you can either use a lint remover or burn your work. For me, I do burn my work. You can see the first one I did. I've burned this one. You can see the difference between the two. Make my work neat. You can see the difference. That's the result of you burning your work or using lint remover. You can repeat in any sizes or color of your choice. If you watch up to this moment, don't forget to like, share, and if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching.